Hi, I'm Coco. Welcome to this week's episode of the Afternoon Macaroon. Today, we're going to be diving deep into a delicious Mediterranean classic, homemade hummus. Now, I know this can be a little bit trepidatious for some people, but believe me, after you watch this video, you're going to wonder what took you so long. It is so delicious, so easy, so fast, and it's something that you can throw on to the most amazing crudité or charcuterie board or Mediterranean board and just wow everyone with this homemade deliciousness. So let's get to cooking.
We'll start off with garbanzo beans, tahini, paprika, olive oil, lemon juice, cumin, and of course garlic. You're going to use a regular food processor or a high-powered blender for this. Either one will work. And we'll first measure out our tahini and put that straight into the food processor. Next comes our cold water. So you're going to want to do a few tablespoons of this. It really depends on how creamy and aerated you want that hummus to end up. Next, our olive oil goes in, and you're going to do 2 to 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Then we'll add our lemon juice. This is 2 to 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, roughly 1 lemon squeezed. I like it extra lemony, so I tend to go with 3 tablespoons here. Next, we'll add in our cumin and try not to get it on top of the blade like I did here and actually into the food processor. Then we'll add in our salt. So it's going to be 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt straight in there. And then our peeled garlic. I happen to really like garlic, so put in as much as you like. This recipe I have 3 to 4 cloves. We're going to whip all of that together, and what that's going to do is really aerate that tahini. Tahini is ground sunflower seeds, so it's quite dense and oily. Then we're going to add in our rinsed garbanzo beans straight into the blender there. And this is really the last step for our hummus to come together. It comes together that quickly. On goes that food processor, and you can see the hummus start to form itself right there. If you are noticing that it's very chunky and a little bit too thick, you can add another tablespoon or so of cold water into this mixture. But our texture here looks absolutely velvety and delicious. Next, we're going to get a container and we're going to actually start plating our hummus. Now, if you would prefer to save this until a later time, you can put it into an airtight container at this point and it will keep in the fridge for well over a week. There's no dairy or preservatives in this, so it won't last forever, but generally garbanzo beans last a pretty long time in the refrigerator, and that lemon juice will help as a preservative. So just making sure we get all of that deliciousness off and into our container. I like to smooth out the top and give it that customary whip at the top that's really beautiful to add our toppings onto. Now I'm going to go very customary here and top it with a little bit of paprika and a little bit of extra cumin. I'm a big cumin fan, so this is definitely optional, but I love that extra kick of cumin. And finally, we'll top it off with just a little bit of olive oil. Definitely room here to customize it if you want some roasted red peppers or pine nuts on top of it. You can really customize this. I like to sprinkle a little bit of extra flake sea salt on top, and then there you have it, our beautiful homemade hummus. In less than 5 minutes, you'll never buy the store stuff again.
I will link the recipe that we followed today in the description. I also have a recipe linked for homemade tzatziki, as well as homemade pita, which is absolutely delicious. So you can have a full Mediterranean night if you want. But of course, you can just utilize the hummus. Thank you so much for stopping by and taking a bite of the afternoon macaroon with us. I'm Coco. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, bon appetit.